Anyway, a new battery. That battery's not old, but it's crap. I bought one of those $60 Amazon specials going, I'll keep it on a tender, it'll be fine. It was fine for a month. It's cheap, but you know what? Cheap batteries are cheap. You're all out there right now going, dude, I could have told you that. It's junk. This bike wasn't intended on being ridden that much. I thought it'd be fine. Twasn't fine. Because what happens with a really cheap battery, they send bizarre sort of readings back to a tender or a charger. And what this one does is it tells the tender that it's overcharged. So the tender runs the battery down to where it thinks it's healthy, and at that point it's so weak it can't start the bike. And I ended up breaking down and having to buy a new battery from, again, my new best friends at Dennis Kirk. Why? Because they liked the channel, they followed it, and they commented. It's very exciting. But what I ended up doing was buying a classic, it was like $138, Drag Specialties premium battery, or high performance battery. What does it say? High performance battery. And then actually talked to, later that day, my new pal at Dennis Kirk, and he was like, yeah, no. He's like, that's the right one. That's the one you want. The other thing I had with this cheap battery, not only did the whole battery tender thing, run it down, but you think of a cold battery not starting. This one, when it gets hot, I lose juice and she won't fire. So when I was at Daytona the day of our meet and greet, when I got to the Beaver Bar, they were like, yeah, you got to go park around back. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm parking right here. And I'm like, why? Because it ain't going to start now. And it didn't. Bike was so hot, battery wouldn't turn over enough juice, it wouldn't fire the bike. So to make a short story long, we got a new battery. So there she is, the new battery. So part number is 2113-0012. Again, that's a 2014 battery. And this is a sealed, you don't have to do anything. You have to put water into it, none of that stuff. But these are really good. And again, my contact at Dennis Kirk was like, no, that's the one I would buy for my bike. And I think actually said the one he runs in his bike. Talk real quick about the lithium-ion battery thing. Because someone out there is saying, why didn't you buy a lithium-ion battery? Lithium-ion batteries get a bad rap, and it's probably earned. I'm not a fan. I didn't buy one just now, and it's not because of price. I just don't trust them. But one thing that is not as commonly known is that you cannot just hook up a regular battery tender to a lithium-ion battery. You'll cook it. If you have, the battery tender pigtail on your bike that came from the factory, and you swap it out for a lithium-ion battery and just hook that sucker up and hook the battery tender up, you're gonna murder that battery in a pretty short period of time. So you need a dual mode charger. That's it for that. So new seat, new battery. Howdy y'all, this is the Professional Monkey. Check the description for a link to my channel where you can watch the rest of this whole video as well as other really stupid things that I've done.